Welcome back, 80s fans. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new Hasbro Ghostbusters ECTO-1 vehicle. This is 1/18 scale, and I believe this version of the ECTO-1 is the version in the new Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. This is the packaging it comes in. The front of the box with a very large artwork of the vehicle in the I think it's in the barn in the movie. It looks very, very cool. On the far right on the bottom we have the Hasbro logo. On the left, these are recommended for ages 14 and up. We have the Ghostbusters name on the left, ECTO-1. We have the Ghostbuster symbol on the bottom left. Looks really cool. On top of the box, we do have that nice brown checkered pattern. We have a black stripe here. We have the Ghostbusters name and logo here. Some on the bottom of the box, we do have some more of that checkered brown. Here is some basically legal information, I'm assuming. And over here we have the GM logo, a QR code, some more information. And here is the UPC. If that helps you at all. These are Target exclusive, so that's where you're going to want to find these at. I think my camera is too small to show the side, so this is kind of the side of the box. Some artwork of the vehicle, the front and the back. Let's see the other side. The other side is just a black, some kind of wire pin diagram there. So I bumped the camera. It's a very large box. Okay. So we can get that back in the frame. So the back of the box, we do have a very nice picture of the fully assembled vehicle. Some smaller photos of the interior, the working side door, rear side door that opens up and the seat comes out, and then the rear of the hatch that on the back. Okay, so here is some product information here about the ECTO-1. If I can maybe move the camera so you guys can pause and read that on your own time. Okay, there you go. Now, let's take a look at this picture real quick. Technically, I've seen 3 versions of this. This, unfortunately, this is the version I wanted. Unfortunately, I wasn't the version I got. I tried a couple times, and I kept getting a different version. So what I mean by that is the front of this, right here, has multiple versions. There's this clean version that you see here. There is a black, heavy, burnt front of the vehicle. And then there's a lighter version, kind of in between the, not having it and just like a tinted black across. And there's a very, very heavy black, like almost like the packaging here. Unfortunately, I got the one that was kind of in the middle. So you'll be able to see that once we remove the vehicle from the box. But there is 3 versions. These run about $49.99 at Target. And unfortunately, we have not heard or seen any 1/18 scale Ghostbuster figures that would actually fit in this vehicle, which is unfortunate because that would have been amazing, especially we had, good vintage Star Wars or G.I. Joe 50th anniversary style articulation in those figures from the classic characters. Would have been amazing just to get those 4. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like as of yet we are getting that. So let's go ahead and get this guy out of the box. That is the reason the box is open, because I was trying to get a specific version for myself, and it didn't work out as well. So inside the box we have this Hasbro insert, which isn't nothing besides a bunch of stuff that no consumer cares about. So here's the vehicle inside. what it looks like. There is some small assembly, but most of the vehicle is intact. Just the top piece and a little bit on the side, and it needs to go on, which isn't much to deal with. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the packaging, and we'll go ahead and take a look at it. Okay, well, here he is out of the box. Let's start with the front of this. I'll show you what I mean. So this is more of a lighter gray. There's actually one that is just black on the front. So since I couldn't get the clean version for myself, this is the alternative. I did see the black, and I had the black when I did not like it, so I was able to get a little lighter one. But let's see, it looks like, we see if we can get a light on the front of this. So we have the ECTO-1 license plate on the front. This isn't like a brown, dark brown, bronze almost front end, showing a lot of, you know, rust or patina, overall, you know, residue from the ages of sitting in the actual barn. Then we do have the GM logo here on the front of the hood. Looks pretty good. On the side, here's our tires. We have a silver white wall tire. These are, they feel like a very hard rubber. On the door, we do have the logo for the Ghostbusters. And starting just above the door here, we have the red stripe that fans out to the back of the vehicle. We do have some rust showing on the edges of the center. The middle of the doors are on the edges to the bottom. We have some rust here on the bottom, just below the wheel rail, and then we have some rust here throughout. We do have that nice red. We have nice clear windows going around the back of the vehicle. We do have the red headlight, tail lights. On the back here, we have some red inside this silver section here. We do have the ECTO-1 license plate there. We do have a kind of weathered Ghostbuster logo. We have a silver door handle. And around the vehicle, we do have this silver trim around the windows. We have some nice sculpting here. Key, it's like a hole there. These are kind of pointy, so you want to be careful. Get poked. On this side, it's pretty much the same as the side we just looked at, except for the extra slots here that we're going to use when we put the accessories for the loadout for the top of it. Other than that, it's looks really good. Here's the top of it. We do have two sets of blue lights with the silver in the center. There's 4 holes on the top for the rack to fit. For the hood, we have some nice sculpt work here. We have the vent here. Windshield wipers that are just sculpted on. We have rear view mirrors. And then we have one on this side. We have a small antenna right there. I gotta go ahead and get the rest of this. I didn't see that. There's so many rubber bands on this. Looks really cool. So let's get this doors open and see what we got. So the door. Well, anyway, before we do that, I'll show you the bottom. Nicely sculpted underneath. Represents a real car. Looks cool. Okay, now let's get to the door. So the door opens very nicely. Quite a bit. It's the interior. Let's see if I can get a light in there because it's so dark. You can see how close the steering wheel sits to the seat, so that's going to be very difficult to pretty much get any figure in there. But you can see that there is actually a device here on the dash box. It's not paint or anything, I don't think, it's just gray. This door on this side here does not open because there's a device in there. But if we turn it around, we can open up this side, see inside. Not sure if that light's going to help or just make it worse. On the interior doors, we have some nice paintwork there. We have the old style crank for the window, the door handle, the armrest. We have nice silver and black there, some black on that side, and on the side is the same. So this back door here opens. You can see how well they pan out. That one pretty much folds all the way around. So one of the working features is the seat comes out. And we have a seat that will rotate pretty much 360. There's in the back on the seat. Very nicely sculpted. It's like one of the packs that the Ghostbusters use. Sculpted on the back. There's like a piece here. I'm not sure what that is. Nothing. Oh, it's a handle. Handle comes down. There is no instructions in my box, so I don't know why they didn't add any instructions. Maybe this was planned. Maybe it was something to get with the figures, but I don't know what the story is with the figures. I haven't heard anything. If anybody knows, please comment down below. Let us know. I'm sure we'd all would love to know if we were getting 19 scale Ghostbuster figures. So we can just close those back up like so. Okay, let's look at the rear of the vehicle. See here, door opens. There's a lot going on inside. As you can see, there are some computers here. Some computers here on this side. Maybe some other measuring devices or equipment. If you can see, but all the way in the back there's a, probably can't see. See right there, that yellow and black sign, warning light sign. It says RTV, remote vehicle maybe. Let's see if I can see what that says. Okay, it's actually white. It says remote trapped vehicle. So there's like this little remote control trap. Now, yeah, they used to just throw them and slide them. Now it's on wheels, which is a really cool accessory. So I guess he sits back in there. Not sure if I can show you on this side or not. Like to see. I do love the equipment in the back, the computers and stuff. And that's going to be very difficult to get an angle in there. It's like instead of a yellow white hazard, it's a white and black. It goes right inside there, which is not working out very well. Alright, so that's pretty much the features of the vehicle. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it built. So here is the overall top assembly. Not too bad. We have the green here. It's like a lighter green. Some black straps. We have a device there. We have this piece. This piece you might want to be careful with because they're easy to break off, I'm hearing. In the back here we have this gray spotlight, a red light, a silver device here. On the sides we have some cylinders, some hoses, yellow and black, like a flat black. The bottom of it looks really, really good. I believe this thing is just going to sit on the top of the vehicle here. Just push it down in the holes, and there it is. Just held in by friction. It's really good. So in the accessory bag, we do get this piece. the same color off-white, some flat black at the bottom, a red striped dome, 2 antennas. I probably have to look at the box to see where this goes. Okay, so it has like a cut here. It's going to fit right in here, the slot. I think so. That's how that looks. Okay, so the next piece we're going to have is we have these blue hoses, kind of a rubber, the white band, like tubed, sculpted. And let's see where these go. They probably go on, yes, they're going to be on this side. But the way this looks, it probably goes here. Let's see what we got. Alright, let's see what this go to. Alright, I think we have to put the ladder on first. A gray ladder. Sort of cool. So these are 2 slots for the ladder. So I'm going to put it in here, like so. And in that slot. There we go. And then the hoses go down in here like so. But it had to go over top the ladder though. So we had to put the ladder on first. I'm going to do this off camera because it's very, very hard. But it'll go in these 2 holes right there. Okay, that's how that looks. So you got to put the ladder on first because the hoses will drape over the ladder. Like so. Okay, the next piece we have is this. It's a kind of looks like 2 pipes, white box connector. Not sure what that's for. And that goes right there, like so. So we get 3 of these like gray, has a little bit of metallic to it, wires or pipes. It's very hard plastic. The instructions you kind of figure out, but I think this one goes on the side here, right here, and it goes into that black box. So let's see if we can get that to work. Nope, I'm going to do it off the camera. Okay, there it is. It just plugs in here and goes into that black piece right there. Looks really, really cool. And I think there's 2 more. So here's this one. Doesn't get connected to anything. I think this is like the very long antenna. Which kind of goes right there. It just kind of floats around at the top. And then the other one. This one kind of goes right here. It's just more of the rounder one on the base, and there's no connection on this side. So you're basically just going to put it like so. If I can get it to snap in, it'll be alright. Okay, I'm going to try that again. Okay, there it is. It kind of just hovers up there according to the box. So this is our box here. Kind of what we got. Now I wanted to show you the last accessories. This is our TV here. It has like this little section, the trap, but we'll take a look at the piece. So here it is. This is a remote trap vehicle. So we have the big monster truck tires. We have the red inside the tires there. Top of it, we have the trap, little handle here. Trap yellow and black on top. The bottom, and the tires do roll. Unfortunately, you can't really roll the tires freely. You have to continue to push. And according to the box, when you open up the back, there is a little section. You can see it or not. Right in there. having luck with the slate right there, that little square. And you put your trap right on that door. Like so. Looks really good. It's definitely interesting now that they have it on wheels. I'm not sure. I kind of still like the original better, but that's kind of a cool idea. So that's it. That's it for the ECTO-1 from the Afterlife movie. Looks very, very cool. This is 1/18 scale, like I said, but it's kind of smaller than I would expect for a 1/18 scale vehicle. I don't have much figures at this point. So here's of course we don't have any Ghostbusters. So here's a Halo figure, 1/18 scale. And here's a Boba Fett that's sitting here on the table. So I have currently available right now. So, I mean, it looks the par, but getting the figure to sit inside, I'm betting it's going to be a huge hassle for at least the, getting past that steering wheel. Let's see how well this guy may fit in there. He may not. Yeah. This is going to be, I don't know what they're going for. There is barely, because of the steering wheel hitting the seat, you can't get past his thighs on that seat, which is unfortunate. If they even did make a 1/2 scale Ghostbusters, then they would definitely be issues with trying to get them to fit inside. And I'm not sure you could even accommodate all 4 of them either. It could be a reason why we don't have figures. It's because they know that they will not fit. Because there's really only room for 3 to sit. I mean, he will sit on the seat, but that's about it. That gunner seat, I guess. There's no strap ring to hold him on, but he's not falling off. Pretty good. Yeah, so that's about it. Pretty cool for what it is. Final thoughts on it. I wish I got the different version. I'm not too keen on the dairy front end like that. I do like the version that's on the box. It's very easy to assemble. It seems smaller. It needs to be a scale up, like maybe 1/16. And they need to rework that interior if they're ever planning to make 1/18 scale figures to accommodate an ECTO-1 or possibly give us a new ECTO-1. So I'm not sure, what you would do with an ECTO-1 with no other toys that go along with it, no figures or nothing. It's more of a $50 display piece for collectors. Yeah, I mean, it looks good on your shelf. Obviously, it's an iconic vehicle, but it is what it is. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please consider subscribing. Please like and share the video. Please comment down below if you have any questions or if you know more about the line, if we're ever going to get figures or what's going on. It's been a while. I think these are hitting clearance. But I just finally getting around to doing the review. So please like and share the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.